Guild Wars 2 just released earlier today this blog post called Guild Wars 2 End of Dragon Strike Missions, Balance, and Rewards, and it is very bright, so you will get to see me in all my reflective ghostly goodness. So we are going to go over this now. There's some juicy stuff, and yeah, let's see what we got. Dive right into it. Hello everyone, we're Cameron Rich, Encounters Design Team Lead, and Solar, Skills and Balance Design Lead. For a second, I thought this was one person saying we're Cameron Rich like he was Venom, and I was a little scared. Guild Wars 2 End of Dragons is almost upon us. We wanted to give you an advanced look at a few important things that will help keep Guild Wars 2 endgame PvE content fresh and rewarding for a long time to come. These changes to rewards and profession balance work together with the design of our own Guild Wars 2 EOD strike mission encounters. Today we're going to give you some details so that you'll have a better idea of what to expect when the expansion launches February 28th. Let's jump right into it. Now, what we have known before this moment was that strike missions had a normal mode and a challenge mode, or challenge moat, depending on what you prefer. But essentially, it's got a hard mode that is supposed to be competitive for raiders, because there's been no mention yet of any dungeons, fractals, or raids being added into the game. So I think they're trying to appease everyone by having strikes and challenge mode strikes. All right, continuing on. Striking back. Challenging group PvE content is one of the cornerstones of Guild Wars 2, and Guild Wars 2 EOD will ship with 4 new strike missions available on launch day. We know that one of them is My Trin. We don't know what the other 3 are yet. You'll be introduced to each encounter and the core mechanics as you play through the story chapters, and access to each strike mission will be permanently unlocked for your account once you complete each relevant chapter in the story journal. By integrating these encounters directly into the story, we're looking to grow the strike mission audience and encourage as many players as possible to give them a try. With this wider target audience, we've tuned the base difficulty of each strike mission to make it the knowledge and mastery over the encounter's mechanics the most important factors in achieving success. A quick note there for any of you that don't do strikes, there is one strike currently called Bone Skinner, where you can completely ignore all of the mechanics. It's you basically are the community's made a strategy where you just muscle through it and you ignore all the mechanics, and I don't think they want us to do that again. So, each encounter has a series of pass or fail mechanical checks that reinforce this design philosophy, ensuring that groups can't bypass key mechanics while also ensuring individuals can still have heroic moments where they save the group from destruction, such as Scourges and 8-man resurrections. We sought to strike a balance where players of all kinds can enjoy the content and have a satisfying experience working their way towards victory. For those looking for even greater challenge, the challenge modes of each strike mission will be coming shortly after launch. Oh, so they won't be there right away, with increased rewards for those who choose to tackle them. We're in the final stages of tuning and balancing these grueling encounters and can't wait to unleash them into the world. Check out our previous post on strike missions for more details. I think that is the one where they had some reporters that went in there and tried them out. Rewards changes, and we've got a picture here of what I believe is the Sun Qua Peak Fractal. I could be wrong, but I think that's what that is. With Guild Wars 2 EOD, we're adjusting existing reward systems to make it clearer how they fit together, to ensure they're exciting and have a long-term appeal, and to give them a role in crafting legendary equipment. These changes affect high-end Fractal rewards, Icebridge Saga strike missions, rewards from new Guild Wars 2 EOD strike missions, and an addition to raid reward vendors. High-end Fractal rewards. Just a second.
Thanks for the streams. Where can I find the link to buy out and give you more credit?
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate you considering using my link. Give me just a second. That is it right there, my friend. Thank you. Currently, wait, hold on. We approach any adjustments to our Mystic Coin economy with a lot of care. Mystic Coins are a fundamental currency used to create Mystic Clovers, and are used directly in any legendary items. I'm just adjusting where the chat window is so it's a little bit more visible on the recording. Currently, challenge mode fractals are one of the largest single sources for Mystic Coins entering our economy. Each boss in challenge mode 98, 99, 100 has a chance to award either 1, 2, or 3 Mystic Coins. I find it easier to say they will drop between 0 and 3 Mystic Coins, but that is true. Although this chance is random and unreliable, it adds up as many players take on challenge mode fractals consistently, making fractals the most efficient one-stop source for obtaining the gold, Mystic Coins, and Mystic Clovers needed for legendary progression. We want to spread the love to other types of content, but that means that no single source should award such high amounts of legendary resources at the same time. Uh-oh, they about to kill fractals? The following changes will arrive with the expansion launch. Mystic Clovers purchased from the Fractal's vendor now resets weekly instead of daily. Oof! I'm glad I'm no longer buying those daily. You can purchase up to 10 Mystic Clovers per week. Oh, so I think it used to be, what, 2 per day? So assuming you're going crazy, that's 10 per week down from 14 per week, I think. So that's not as bad as I thought it was, but that is a reduction. The cost of each Mystic Clover you purchase from the Fractal vendor has been adjusted to cost one less Ecto and 1 more Mystic Coin. The total cost per Mystic Clover is 150 Fractal Relics, 2 Mystic Coins, 2 Ectos, and 2 Spirit Shards. I don't recommend doing this, chat. This is not worth. This is approximately 2/3 of the average cost of creating a Mystic Clover via the Mystic Forge. Not entirely true, because when you are Mystic Forging them, it doesn't use up relics. And relics you can use to buy fractal potions, you can use on working on Fractal God, where you need thousands of them, etc., etc., etc. So, it's not entirely the same, but I get what they were going for. That's it right there. I've linked it in the chat. Okay. Bosses in CM 98, 99, 100 no longer have a chance to drop Mystic Coins. Alright, I'm going to keep reading before I freak out. The new price and weekly frequency of the discounted Mystic Clovers from Fractal vendors will be consistent with other sources of Mystic Clovers we're adding to strikes and raids. The removal of Mystic Coins dropped from challenge mode bosses creates room for us to add a consistent and predictable source of Mystic Coins to strikes.
A new arrival.
Okay, so real quickly, I'm thinking earlier they said they wanted to spread the love to other types of content, and then they reduced it to 0. Like, I would think, like, make it to where, like, okay, this is with 2 seconds of thought. Maybe only the final boss in the Fractal can drop coins, and it's between 0 and 2, instead of, 3 bosses dropping 0 to 3. Or something like that, but reducing it all the way to 0. Okay, Icebrewed Saga Strikes Blue Profit Shards. Right now in the live game, Icebrewed Saga Strike missions award red, green, and blue shards. Let me show you something. There you go, right there. Red, green, and blue profit shards. I've got a couple of each. There we go. Alright, the color awarded changes from week to week. This is more complicated than it needs to be, and it can be difficult to learn how each type of currency is earned and what they are for. This system will be improved with the following changes on February 28th. All Iceberg Saga Strikes will only award blue shards. All Iceberg Saga Strike rewards that used to cost green and red shards will now cost blue shards. All your red and green shards will be automatically exchanged for blue shards the next time you log in after the expansion launches. Green shards are now awarded by new EOD strike missions, and red shards are no longer in use. Okay, blue for ice, green for jade. That's pretty easy to remember. All right. I don't hate that. That's basically they're just streamlining the currency. I got no complaints over that section. Alright, EOD strikes green shards. Guild Wars 2 EOD strikes will all award green shards, which can be spent at a new vendor found in a hub in Cantha. In addition to their own set of rewards, Guild Wars 2 EOD strikes will have 2 weekly limited traits, allowing you to change green shards for materials used to craft legendary equipment. 10 times per week, you can trade 10 green shards and 1 spirit shard for 1 mystic coin. So you can get 10 coins per week, but it would take 10 spirit shards, which is nothing, and 100 green profit shards. 5 times per week, you can trade 30 green profit shards, 2 mystic coins, 2 globs of ecto, and 2 spirit shards for 1 clover. Again, yeah, if you're just looking at the mystic coins and ectos and the clover, that's a slightly better rate than gamble forging it. But adding the profit shards into that as well, which you could use those profit shards to get 3 mystic coins. You're giving up 2 mystic coins and also the possibility of buying 3 more. So I'm not a fan of this. I would probably just forge them. Okay. Raids and Mystic Clovers. We're also adding a Mystic Clover purchase option that'll give raiders a way to spend their raid currencies on broader legendary progress goals. 10 times per week, you could trade 30 magnetite shards, 2 mystic coins, 2 ecto, and 2 spirit shards for 1 Mystic Clover. I really need to just like shut up and keep reading and see if there's some salvation at the end of this, but I'm really not happy with any of this so far. Between 10 per week from Fractals, no, 10 that you have to buy from Fractals, 10 from rate that you buy, and 5 per week from Guild Wars 2 EOD strikes that you buy, you can purchase 25 discounted, that's up to debate, Mystic Clovers each week. We don't expect every method to be equally efficient for everyone, and which ones are best for you depends on the type of content you play regularly. If you play Fractal CM modes often, then you have access to a lot of Fractal relics, and so Fractals remain an efficient source of Clovers for you. Hold on, let me go back and look at the Fractal stuff again. See, here's the thing. Fractals used to drop coins and used to have the ability to buy Clovers. And you could use the coins to make more Clovers. Now they don't drop coins at all, and you can buy less Clovers than before. So the amount that you could get from Fractals is a severe drop. Because you went from between 0 and 9, now this would be really rare, 0 to 9 Mystic Coins per CM 98 and 99, 0 and 3 Mystic Coins per CM 100. All that went to 0. And then Clovers, which the Clovers require coins to buy them. So you're not getting the coin income to be able to consistently buy the Clovers. Okay. If you play Fractal CM modes often, you have access to a lot of Fractal relics, and so Fractals remain an efficient source of Clovers for you, if you have the coins to buy them. Raiders will be able to spend up to 300 magnetite shards a week to convert Clovers, which is the max, into Mystic Clovers, which is the maximum earned from killing bosses each week. So using 100% of your raid magnetite income then. And converting your gating crystals into magnetite shards as well. Although some raiders can earn a little more from sources such as extra boss miniatures and the weekly achievement for completing 5 raid challenge boss modes. Again, purchasing them requires coins. I don't know where we're getting those yet. The 5 Mystic Clovers a week from GW2 EOD strikes are an option if you don't have regular access to raids or lots of Fractal relics, but players who engage across multiple content types will find it most efficient to earn their Mystic Coins with strikes and then spend them for Clovers using either Fractals or Magnetite shards. So you can get up to 10 coins per week from strikes. And no matter if you use Fractals, raids, or strikes to transform those coins, it's 2 coins per 1 Clover. So far, it looks like, so far from everything we've read, you'll get a maximum, if you buy them all, of 10 coins per week. And then you spend them to buy 5 Clovers, which costs you other materials that it used to not. Alright. Where were we? So yeah, we're getting the materials and coins to buy 5 Clovers per week, but they're saying you have the option to buy 25 per week. Fractals are still crazy good gold even without MCs? Yes, they are, but I'm just saying I feel like the way this is written, people that don't know as much about the game as we do would be almost disillusioned by this. And I don't like it. Because I feel like that there's going to be a lot of people that'll read this and be like, yeah, justice! And they will not understand. Okay. Where were we? Let's say spend converting 80 crystals. The 5 Mystic Clovers a week from GW2 End of Dragon Strikes are an option if you don't have regular access to raids or a lot of Fractal relics, but players who engage across multiple content types will find it most efficient to earn their coins with strikes, which is a max of 10, and then spend those for Clovers, which is a max of 5. using either fractal relics or magnetite shards. With GW2 EOD, you'll have more options, and all our endgame content can help you advance your legendary goals. Okay, hold on. All right, it would be incredibly, like, insane lottery luck for this to happen. But if you, so every one of the CM bosses, of which there are 7, they can each drop between 0 and 3 coins. Okay, so that means you can get between 0 and 21 coins per day. Let's just throw it, let's lowball it. Let's say you get 5 per day. I usually get more than that. So you up to 21 coins per day from CM Fractals. Let's say you get 5. That would be 35 coins per week, and we're going from that down to 10. Like, this is, like, unless further down, as I keep reading through this, unless they announce another source of coins, this is a massive blow to the coins' income into the economy. Which means, I would guess, that the price of Mystic Coins will skyrocket when the expansion hits. They're removing coins from CMs? Yes, completely. Okay. With Guild Wars 2 EOD, you'll have more options. Not really. And all our endgame content can help you advance your legendary goals. Ow, man. So, okay, I like the change with the profit shards. That was streamlining 3 currencies into 1. There's nothing bad about that. Everything else about this is... Ow. Okay, let's keep going. Maybe there'll be something, another source of Mystic Coins further down. Equipment, profession, and skill updates. Where we're coming from and where we're going. Bring the player, not the profession, that's our goal. Real quick to pause right there. That is an excellent goal. You're never going to be able to perfectly achieve that, but it is possible to get closer. For example, you don't want to have only one class in the game that can give you raid alacrity. You don't want to have only one class in the game that can give you raid quickness, or whatever. Now, they did a pretty good job of that. In the last year, they, there was only quickness firebrands. Now and Chronos honestly just didn't have a job. They made quickness scrappers, and they work. Then there was only alacrigades. Now there's miralac as well. They added another option for the rarest class things. They did good with that. So let's keep going. We want to ensure that every player feels like they're able to play the profession they like or identify with the most and bring valuable contributions to the group. This means roles should be determined by your build and gear rather than your profession. Guild Wars 2 is all about positive cooperative encounters. When more players play at the same time and place, they are all stronger. No profession is purely selfish and completely unable to benefit nearby allies. Thief until Spectre. A year ago, essential gameplay roles such as alacrity and quickness were only able to be filled by a few specific builds. In May of last year, we added a couple of additional options. While this has improved the diversity we see in actual raid groups, it was just a start. The 9 new elite specs coming in Guild Wars 3 and EOD spread Boon support roles to professions that didn't have access to them, making it easier to slot the profession you like to play into the role your group has available. At its core, GW2 thrives when the game encourages build diversity. A few additional changes are coming to increase parity between professions on a wider scale. Forming a squad, skill target caps in PvE. Currently, forming a squad for 10-player content requires juggling specific roles between subgroups based on target caps. Oh, okay, whoa, before I even keep reading. All right, I know a lot of people will be upset with me about this. I think they need to remove 10 mana lack from all the classes that do 10 mana lack and make it 5. Because if they don't, all these new classes that they're coming out with, like Spectre, that have 5 mana lack, they're not gonna matter. They will not freaking matter. We've talked about this before, so I'm just mentioning it again so it's in the video that this will become. Make everything 10 mana. Either make everything 10 or everything 5. Otherwise, the ones that do have 10 will shut the ones that have 5 completely out of a job. Let's see. Some roles such as Alacrity and Warrior's Banners have a target cap of 10 players, while almost all others, such as Most Healing, Quickness, and other boons, have a target cap of 5. Originally, the 10 target cap on Renegade and later Mirage Alacrity were there because there were so few options to fill this essential boon role. Guild Wars 2 EOD will give Engineer, Guardian, and Thief support builds access to Alacrity. Specifically for people who may not be in the know, that is Mechanist and Willbender and some Spectres can pump out Alacrity to their group of 5 people, but they don't hit 10. Elementalist and Necromancer, Catalyst and Harbinger, will be able to provide some quickness. With these added options, now is the right time to simplify this aspect of squad formation. Most 10-target skills and traits in PvE will have a maximum target cap of 5. I love to see it. I love to see it. I love to see it. Again, this is not going to put...
GW2 news. Did I miss much?
Just a little. So, this, if you play Miralac, or if you play Alacrigade, this will not put you out of a job. Those are still great. For example, the Alacrigade is going to be 5 mana lac, I hope. They'll still have Boon Rip if for the fights where you need it. They'll still have stability for the fights where you need it. And they'll still have projectile block for the fights where you need it. They're still going to be a good, solid choice for that job. Okay? They're not going to be out of a job. And Miralac, who cares? But Alacrigades will be fine. Now, I am curious if they include Druid Might in this. 10-man Druid Might in this. I wonder if they are going to turn that down to 5. Because I don't know. I don't know. In Spirits, Druid Spirits. Druid Spirits are good to have, but they're not, like, insane. Like, honestly, they're the least important buff. I would be, you know, this is coming from someone who hasn't played as Ranger in a long time. I would be okay with Spirits staying 10-man. Just because they're, you know, they're whatever. Actually, wait a minute. Are Spirits, no, Might is 10. Spirit, does Spirit hit 5 or 10? Hold on a sec. I'm blanking out right now. I'm pulling up the wiki page. Yeah, it's 10. Okay, I was losing my mind there. All right, I wanted to make sure I said that correct. Spirits are 10. So yeah, I'm wondering if Spirits and Might Generation from a Druid will still be 10, because if those go down to 5, I wonder if that would endanger a Druid spot in a group. I don't know if it would or not. They're still insanely good on any fights where you need Entangle or knockbacks and things like that, but it would definitely impact them for sure. Okay, continuing on. Generally, this will mean that for each subgroup in a squad or strike for raids, you'll want a healer, a source of quickness, and a source of alacrity, though we expect expert theory crafters to find ways to combine some of these roles. From who can to who can't. In GW2 End of Dragons, only Warrior and Ranger lack the ability to fill those essential boon support roles. Yeah, but Banners and Spirits. Since Banners and Spirits are unique effects, thank you, I agree, Warrior and Ranger break from the simple system of shared boons and conditions that allow professions to share common roles. While this creates certain unique groups roles like the Banner Warrior, it also strongly limits play. Warrior players have been telling us for years they'd like to be something other than a Banner Warrior in groups. That's fine, they can make a new character. I'm kidding. We agree, and we're going to rework Banners and Spirits to fit our shared boon system and open new options for Warrior and Ranger players. Both professions will have access to new boon support roles using revamped Banner Spirits and related traits. Okay, what is a revamped Banner? Unfortunately, due to time constraints and work on new elite specs, we were unable to make these changes for the Guild Wars 2 End of Dragons launch. Y'all still got 2 weeks. We're planning to make them part of a larger profession update and balance patch coming this summer. This summer? That's such a long time to wait. It hurts. When was the last massive balance patch? Like, when this hits, will it have been like a year since the last balance patch? Until then, Banners and Spirits...
Warrior great again.
Until then, Banners and Spirits will remain as they are and continue to have a 10 target cap. Alright, well, it's something to look forward to, I guess. New equipment attribute combinations. Oh, okay. Someone asked me the other day, were there going to be new equipment types? And the first thing I could think of was I hope they have something that's like Diviners for Condi. Let's keep reading. You'll have 2 new equipment attribute combination options in Guild Wars 2 End of Dragons. The Ritualist's equipment. Oh my gosh, they know. Why would... It burns. It hits right here. They know we wanted Ritualist and Cantha. They're like, yeah, here's their underwear. That do it for you? Put it on. Like, come on. Ritualist equipment provides a large increase to condition damage and vitality, and a small increase to concentration and expertise. Ooh! There. So that would be Condi damage, Boon uptime, and more Condi damage. That opens a lot of doors. I like it. I'm gonna borrow Teapot's most used line that he's ever said in his life. I like to see it. Gaming, yes. Dragon's equipment provides a large increase to power and ferocity, and a small increase to precision and vitality. So is that like, hold on a sec. What's the closest thing to that right now? I'm going to one of my legendary weapons in the game. Is it like Marauder? Valkyrie? Yeah, Marauder has power precision as the big ones. And this is power ferocity as the big ones. With precision vitality lower. So it's kind of like a shuffled Marauder. That's interesting. Okay. These attribute combinations will be available as an option for all legendary equipment. They better. You're gonna have a legendary riot on your hands. Immediately on launch day, and you can earn equipment with these prefixes by playing the expansion content. We look forward to seeing what exciting new builds these attribute combinations enable across all game modes. Me too. Me too. That's option. Wait, all game modes. Are you putting these in PvP? Because they took everything with expertise out of Conquest. Also concentration. Now, okay. A, the person who wrote this didn't actually mean this. Or B, if they're actually going to try it out, oh boy! Oh boy, core necros with this? Oh, you thought you had seen the Valley of the Shadow of Death. You have no idea. Yeah, hold on to your butts is right. Okay, that'll be interesting, because they've already killed all stat combinations that involve expertise and concentration, or that have a lot of damage and a tank stat on it, and that has all of those. Okay. The path ahead. It may be called Guild Wars 2 EOD, but this isn't an end, it's a beginning. Yes, the beginning of the Mystic Coin shortage. As we look forward to 2022 and beyond, we're glad to have you with us on this continued journey together through Tyria. There's a lot to look forward to, and we can't wait to share more of what is still to come. Well, we have hit the bottom, and they've not yet mentioned any additional sources of Mystic Coins. All right, let's recap this. So let's go with the bottom going up. New stat combinations, I love it. I love customization. Like, if you're trying to get me to play a game, and you show me, you know, all the different options of, like, what you can do, you know, things like that. Like, let me, where's a good image here? Where's a scary image? Here we go. What size is this? Let's see, 5,000 by 4,000 pixels. Wonderful. You show me a skill tree like this, you know, something that I'm like, hey honey, would you play this game with me? And it makes my wife scared and she freaking runs. You show me one of these, mwah, I am on board. That's what I want. I want a skill tree that scares my wife, all right? That's the level of customization I want in my video games. So the more stat combinations you got, the better, okay? That is a good thing. That is a good thing. Where is the article? Okay, so who can and who can't? This Boon stuff, the Boony Boons. So that's exactly what I wanted. I am very curious on like if Druid Might will still be 10-man, but you know I'm going to be playing a Mechanist, so I'm just kind of along for the ride. I think that taking the people that did, because again you had 2 people that did 10-man Alacrity, and then you had 3 people that did 5-man. Why would you ever bring the 5-man Alac in those situations? There's not a huge reason to do that. So I think this is good for the game, and the people that were doing 10-man alacrity, they still have a job. They're still good at what they do. You know, the next step would basically be to take away 50% of a firebrand's damage because, you know, they have quickness and protection and regeneration and might and fury and vulnerability, and they're one of the only classes that have Aegis, and they have 5 ways to block projectiles, and they have 1 way to reflect projectiles and stability, and they're one of the only classes that does resistance. But they still do the same damage as a Weaver, so it's completely fine. So the next step would be to remove half their damage. They would still be in groups because they're a walking, talking Swiss Army knife with a flamethrower, but, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Let's see. Skill target caps in PvE. Yep, we just talked about that. That's fine. Where we're going, that's really nothing. Then we got this. So to recap, Fractals, which used to give between 0 and 21 Mystic Coins per day, now gives 0. However, you can do strike missions to gain permission to be allowed to purchase for a fee 10 Mystic Coins per week. So it used to be 0 to 21 per day in Fractals, now it's you will be allowed to purchase 10 per week from strikes. And then you can use those Fractals on a 2-to-1 ratio. You can use those 10 coins to buy 5 clovers. And they advertise that you can buy 25 clovers, but every clover purchase takes 2 coins. And you're not gonna have 50 coins because you can only get 10 per week. So, or, you know, you could buy the coins, but they would run it, you'd use them up really fast. Yeah, so, again, although they advertise that you can buy 25 clovers per week, they're only letting you have the option of 10 coins income per week, so that's kind of a lie. So yeah, a lot of people in my chat are saying, look at the coin price right now. This is just hours after this news came out. I'm a little scared. Let's see what's going on. All right, Mystic Coin. It's already over 2 gold. It's already over 2 gold a pop. It has definitely jumped quite a bit. Hey, if someone in chat has that link to that that website that shows like the price of Mystic Coin, I would love to show the bar graph. You get 20 a month from logging in and 1 a day from naked. Well, if you do that, yeah. I mean, you also get 1 periodically from the Mystic Forger daily. I want to think of hiring myself. It was 1 gold to 8 so I went to bed 24 hours ago. Let's see. Here we go. Mystic Coin link. Let's take a look at this. All right. Yeah, the demand. 1,267% more demand. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's that spike. There's that spike. Yep, okay. Well, yeah, all those Mystic Coins currently in the giveaway vault. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what happened to them. Yeah, here's some butter. Yeah, yeah, there's so much butter for you. I know you guys wanted butter. No, the coins, never met them. Have some butter. That's gonna be the next 10 giveaways. All right, well, I think that's everything. So, I'm someone who's got like 30 legendaries. This stuff doesn't really hurt me. I've also got, I've played the game 6,000 hours. I've got a freaking dragon horde of materials and Mystic Coins. This doesn't really affect me, but I think it's kinda, to act like this was like, this was not the law of equivalent exchange. They said where was that line? Control find love. Here we go. We want to spread the love to other types of content. You took 80% of the love. Okay, they took all the love, they kept 80%, and then they took the remaining 20 and did this, and sprinkled it across the rest. They love hoarded. So that, it's kind of to act like they did something good there, because I feel like they need to check the math. But there you go. And the rest of this, I love the rest of this. I love the rest of this. So, all right, cool. And that is the notes today. And if any of you are watching this on YouTube, if you've got any questions, problems, thoughts, or concerns on this stuff, leave a comment down below with what you're thinking. Maybe you've got an angle that I haven't considered. See you next time.